Hi, my name is Jameson Welly. I listen to Fauré Pavane Op 50. It is from the Romantic period, composed in 1887. The main instruments are in the string family, the violins, violas, cello, and bass. There's woodwinds and brass too. Brass is mostly horns. The woodwinds are, from what I heard and saw, would be the flutes, oboes, and the clarinets. Um, for the different like parts of it, what I was hearing, the start, it's like pretty like do 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 do, like it's pretty slow, it's steady. The strings are really what's mainly present there, and they're just really going. Um, and then at about the 40-second mark, the woodwinds come in and they're just like bang, like they just jump right in. Um, it's just like they just add on to it and really build up on it. And then at about 110, that's when the strings come back and really almost like battle a little bit. Um, but then at about 1 minute and 45, the that's when the horns come in and they just start, uh, they just start playing along. They really add depth, and it's almost like at that point it's almost like that's when you really get the full effect of the music, and like the way that that made me feel was like just like I don't know, like brought me to like classic. I mean, obviously, like but like church and like cathedrals, like kind of booming, and just like this deep, like you could feel it really like inside of you, and just like made me think. Um, and then at the 220 mark, um, there's like a change, and it just it changes it from this like deep, almost reflective to a brighter sound with the woodwinds and the strings coming up again. Um, and it just gives this nice, like, overarching resolution to it. Um, and then at about 3 minutes, it goes back to its original form. Everything sort of thins out and softens. It's almost like it's fading out. And then for the final section, it's just this nice slow descent into it. The strings and woodwinds are just really building with each other, and the piece ends just like there's no like big like boom 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 or like almost when I was listening to it, I was ready for it to wrap up in a just like a solid bang, but it didn't. It just sort of faded out. That was kind of powerful because just the way the whole song worked out, it just felt like it was this slow building, like it felt, I don't know, whirlwindy almost. Um, and then like I really like this piece for a number of different reasons. It was calming, and listening to it made me. Obviously, I was like thinking about the song, thinking about the different things, but it just made me really go deep into it. Um, I really like the song. You could tell that there was a lot of care put into the production, of course, with all music, but just the way that this sounded just was especially nice for me. For like a movie scene, I think that this would be good for like um I mean like different nostalgia things is what comes to mind, or like reliving like past memories and then like having this bittersweet moment with it. I think that would add a lot of depth to it. Um, if I like had to give this to other, I would say it's like introduce it. It's like a deep, but also like it's very airy. It's very light. But like it still has this powerful punch to it almost. Um, and I would just say to really listen to all these different shifts and like these ups and downs and all the different musical families working together, but also like not against each other, but like you can tell like the dynamics between the two, how like it starts with the strings and the woodwinds come in and almost take over, but then the strings just jump right back up. And it's like, but like the way that it was composed, it's not a battle, but like friendly competition almost. Um, I liked all of the harmonies in here. It sounded super nice, super rich, but it was never too much. I think a lot of times with like classical music, I find it to almost be like, like I'll be honest, kind of boring. It's just like a lot of the times, just a lot of strings. They're just doing their thing. I like that's fine. I mean, it's just not really what I like. But this one, I felt like it was just like they were doing like it wasn't subtle. Like it was subtle. The way that he used the harmonies, and it wasn't just like this droning almost. It was really nice, just the way that it built up. Um, I like the rhythm was super consistent throughout all of it. It just like I don't know, made it feel nice. Like he wasn't doing too much with the rhythm, which allowed him to really show off all of his different parts within it. And the texture was super nice. I think I used that right. The texture, just like when multiple instruments were playing, you could still hear each one individually. You could hear what they were trying to do. You could hear how they were performing, and that all just like really wrapped it up into a nice little package. Overall, I did really enjoy this song. I don't know if I'll listen to it outside of this, but I do really appreciate it and um, can sense a little bit more to it than I would before. Thank you.